So a survey from Bankrate shows that actually half of holiday shoppers plan to start their buying before Halloween. And while more than 40% of respondents say that they were worried about gifts getting more expensive, only 24% said that they plan to budget for it. So here to help us is CBS News Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady. Kelly, hello. What should we do if we want to try to beat the rush at the end of the year, which is always more expensive at a time when tariffs seem to be raising prices for so many things?
Well, first I'm going to preface this and say, do as I say, not as I do, because I'm exactly like you.
I knew it, Kelly. I knew you were like me. Rush shipping,
it is 100 days out. So a couple of different things. Obviously, shop the sales and the discounts, you know, your Black Fridays, your Cyber Mondays. A lot of the different retailers also come out with early weeks. Like Target just announced their Circle Week. You know, those are times where you can get in and shop early. But there are a couple of things that you can do outside of discounts. One, make your budget, and you should really stick to it, because come January, when that credit card bill comes, you're going to be really upset of, oh, I really didn't need to buy that extra thing. Another thing is have the tough conversations with the folks in your circle, your family, your friends. Are you going to exchange gifts this year?
Yeah, but sometimes they lie.
Well,
like my husband's like, yeah, let's not do gifts this year. And I'm like, great. And
but then at least you can say, hey, well, I did ask you.
I know.
But you never want to be that person that goes to the catch up with the friend and they have the little bag on the table and you go, oh, shoot, I didn't get something.
Yes.
So that's another one. Go in and on a group gift together. Maybe
like
you have a sibling and you want to get something for your parents. You don't need to separately do something. And then the other thing is this idea of slow shopping. You know exactly what you want to get for, you know, some of your kids, Tony, right? They really want that particular item. Make sure then you're tracking that. You can use some of these apps that highlight when a price goes up or down. And you can also then, when there's something on sale, say, hey, I know I'm really getting a good deal. And you can only do that if you make that list well ahead of time instead of that last crunch in the week before Christmas or the other holidays.
So how important is holiday shopping for the overall economy?
It's critical. The final quarter of the year, that sort of October to December, this is when a lot of the toy shops, the furniture shops, small businesses, they make most of their money. And then what's really tough this time around is they had to order all of this inventory with the uncertainty of tariffs. What are people going to be buying? How much are they going to be buying? And then they deal with massive returns in January. And that's another thing that we hear from businesses. How much are they going to sell but then return?
Yeah, I mean, it's such an important conversation to have, especially with prices going up with tariffs and people struggling just with groceries. So, Kelly, thank you so much for being here.
This morning's Money Watch is spooky for Halloween. As if ghosts and goblins weren't enough, prices are also giving parents a fright. Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady has the scary facts. Kelly, good morning. So what's the trick to getting treats this season without shrinking your bank account to fun size?
Well, tip number one, don't get the King Candy Bar.
Right.
Okay, right? All right. Well, Halloween on a Friday, it means big plans, parties, costumes galore, candy. But this year, the biggest trick might be rising prices. And for parents, that's no treat.
Enter if you dare.
Enter if you dare, but buyer beware. This Halloween, the spookiest thing lurking in the grocery store might just be the price tag. From costumes to candy, the average household is expected to shell out nearly $300 this Halloween.
Everybody talks about the tariffs. They are having an impact. Obviously, just about everything we're buying went up 15% in price.
Stu Leonard Jr. is the president and CEO of Stu Leonard's, a family-owned grocery chain in the Northeast. Among the most popular purchases, candy. Shoppers are expected to spend $3.9 billion on the Halloween treat. A recent analysis finds cocoa prices have more than doubled since early 2024 because of extreme weather in West Africa.
These are over 30 cents for each bar. So if you're going to put them out, you're spending 30 cents each. This is $5.99, went up 50 cents. And then you throw the tariffs on top of it. So you got a double whammy on chocolate this year.
What about an alternative?
Yeah, you know, gummy bears are really hot. These are Starburst right here. These are like 18 cents each. So it could be almost half the price.
Have you seen any evidence of shrinkflation?
You're seeing a lot of the big consumer packaged good companies are taking an ounce or two out of their packaging.
While treats might be carving into your budget, jack-o'-lanterns won't.
What have you seen with pumpkin prices?
Well, they're the same as last year. We're $8.99, 3 for $24. Now, the question comes in, even though we didn't raise the price, will people be spending $24 rather than just buying one pumpkin for their front porch?
But that's not all you need for Halloween, especially if you're throwing a party.
You look at a guy like this, I don't know how much, you might want to...
Stu says most decorations come from Asia and could be hit with a tariff depending on when the store stocked up.
A lot of this stuff's probably around $15 to $20. You could spend hundreds of dollars decorating your house. With the economy the way it is right now, are people going to want to spend $200 or maybe $150 this year? But you know what our favorite thing that we have in the whole place? You see this little guy?
Okay. Wait, it says Kelly on it. I'll put this on my boss's table and I say, this is what happens when I work too much. Now, to be clear, I do love my boss, Jamie, okay? So disclaimer. We did reach out to several candy makers. Hershey's told us there was no impact to Halloween candy prices this season. And you know what I thought was really interesting is that the gummy candies are actually costing less. And so we put that in the piece, so if you want to save money, go for the Starburst, things like that.
I might drive all the way up to Yonkers for Stu Leonard.
I was just going to say, I like Stu Leonard, and I like that he has jokes that he did the little skeleton with Kelly. But when you do Halloween, I still like getting candy. Didn't you hate as a kid going to a house and they gave you raisins or apples? I still like candy.
God. I know. Well, listen, if you're giving me apples or anything like that, you're asking to get egged. But I'm saying it right now.
48 hours reports coming up on Saturday.
But Gayle, since you like candy, Skeleton Kelly's in the green room, and I brought some candy for you all.
Okay, so young Kelly was egging houses. Kelly O'Shady.
Kelly O'Grady to Human Resources.
Kelly, thank you very much. The sheriff's outside. In today's Money Watch, we are talking about something you've probably noticed: soaring turkey prices, wholesale prices up about 40% year over year. Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady is here to tell us what it could mean for your Thanksgiving Day meal. Kelly, let's talk turkey, as they say. What's behind the higher prices?
Less turkeys, right? So just to give you a context, last year, your Thanksgiving meal cost about $58 for 10 people. That was down from 2023, but up nearly 20% versus 2020. This year, though, the turkeys, like you say, they're up. There were 3% fewer turkeys raised versus last year. That was partly due to the avian flu outbreak, partly less demand, but it's a swing of 5 million turkeys, so less supply means the wholesale prices, they're up to $1.32 per pound. Turkeys are not small. Yep. The good news is, though, your fixins like butter, canned corn, white potatoes, those are all the same, so you can mix and match.
I'm a big fan of fixins with no G on the end. Retailers, what are they doing to put up a sign that says, hey, you can still save?
Well, they want to get us in the door. I mean, grocery prices, they know, are up over 20% versus last year. They see that we are price sensitive, and so they are offering you discounts. Walmart, they're offering a $37 for 10-person meal deal. They say it's the lowest since 2019. Wow. Aldi, $40 for 10 people. That's $7 versus last year. It works out to about $4 a head. Other ones we expect are going to come out, but I think my takeaway here is there are tangible ways to make your Thanksgiving cheaper versus last year, which is great news.
What are those ways?
Well, one would be to go for those meal deals. Another would be make your list early, shop. You can even shop now, right? Yeah. Your turkey you can freeze. Your canned veggies you can put in there. Your baking goods you can put in your, your cupboard if you've got room. I also find if you actually start looking for the coupons now, you can get stuff before the holiday rush, and you're sort of just throwing everything in the cart at the last second.
I love it. Not afraid of some canned sides either. That's a good plan. Kelly, thank you very much. Appreciate it. In this morning's Money Watch, get ready for the retail wars to kick into a new and higher gear. After all, Christmas is just 2.5 months away. It's true. And Amazon's latest Prime Big Deal Days start tomorrow. Money Watch correspondent Kelly O'Grady has what you need to know to stretch your dollar. Kelly, good morning to you. Where are the deals this week?
Well, the good news is they are pretty much everywhere. Okay. So we are looking at retailers like Amazon, Kohl's, Target, Best Buy, Walmart. They have all got deals for you, as well as some of these clothing and specialty retailers. So you mentioned Amazon Prime Big Deal Days. You're going to see discounts on everything from toy brands like Fisher-Price, Lego, to some of these popular skincare brands. Target as well, going after the toys and your Halloween costumes if you haven't picked those up yet. Now, more broadly, NerdWallet says that October is a really good time to stock up on grilling supplies, outdoor gear, any of that summer inventory that these companies are trying to offload. However, if you're looking for electronics, make sure you wait until Cyber Week. You're going to get better discounts then. And then clothing, you know, it's always marked down after the holidays.
Yeah, we're always looking for a deal, but we haven't even gotten to Halloween yet. It seems like every year. It does. Every year, these sales seem to come earlier and earlier. Is it just me, or is that true?
It is definitely not
just you.
What's the
thinking about that, behind that?
So this first full week of October, as you're getting closer to the holiday, it is becoming a more traditional discount week because holiday shoppers, they are going earlier and earlier.
Why?
Retail Me Not has a survey about a third of shoppers already started last month. And the reason is of all of this uncertainty we've been talking about, Gayle, right? People are thinking about the government shutdown, tariffs, inflation, and they're worried their dollar isn't going to go as far. And retailers are recognizing this. I listened to a lot of the earnings calls last season. Every major retailer said they saw evidence of a more cautious consumer. And so they're getting their deals in front of us all because they still need us to get in there. Remember, the holidays, best time of the year for them to get those sales in.
Yeah, but good luck trying to hide a gift for 2 months from your wife. Don't use the downstairs bathroom anymore. It's not. It's off limits.
The moment I heard Mariah Carey singing at the department store, that's when I knew it was time to Christmas shop. So how do we make sure that we're getting the best deal?
Okay, so clock this number. Adobe Analytics says that the peak discount is going to be 17%. So think about that when you're going out and you're looking at your deals. 17%. 17%.
Number.
Yeah, right. That's going to be the average. Set your price alerts for gifts that you're looking for. I heard you're a size 10 shoe, so I just put that down. I got my price alert for you. Make sure you stack your discounts on your cashback apps. Look for manufacturer coupons. But most importantly, guys, make a budget and stick to it because what? A deal is not a deal unless you actually need it.
Oh, okay, Kelly, I like that. That was a bar.